All right, if you work with video, you know this feeling all too well. You've wrapped a shoot, you've got all your footage, and you open up your editor to face the browser of clips. It's just this wall of thumbnails, a sea of files, and you just know you're about to start a long, painful search. In this explainer, we're going to look at a workflow that's all about ditching that browser for good.
This quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It gets right to the core of the issue. This isn't just about being a little disorganized. It's about fundamentally misusing our creative time. I mean, think about it. How much time do you actually spend just hunting for the right take? That's time you're not spending actually telling your story.
In this slide, wow, it just lays out the two different worlds we live in as editors. On the left, you've got creative flow. That's the good stuff. That's shaping the story, building sequences. That's why we got into this, right? But then on the right, you've got cognitive drain. And for a lot of us, that's the reality. It's just hunting for a clip, endlessly scrubbing through footage, trying to remember which of the 15 takes had that one perfect moment. It's the difference between being a creator and being a file clerk.
So let's officially name the villain of our story, the clip browser. I know, it seems like it's there to help, but it actually forces us into this workflow that is anything but creative. It traps us in this repetitive, linear hunt for the good stuff.
We have all been here, right? You're just staring at this grid of thumbnails that all look exactly the same, and your brain just short circuits. Analysis paralysis kicks in. Where do you even begin? Which one of these clips is the one you need? That moment right there is a huge momentum killer for any project.
And let's break down the specific problems. You're trying to figure things out from these tiny, basically useless waveform previews. You get stuck in that horrible loop. Open a clip, scrub through it, realize it's the wrong one, close it, and then do it all over again. It's so easy to make mistakes. And oh man, if you're on a laptop trying to scrub through heavy 4K footage, as this last point says, your whole machine just basically grinds to a halt. It's a nightmare.
But what if you could just skip all of that? What if instead of facing that chaos, you had a clear map to your best footage before you even touched your editing software?
Well, that map is exactly what a tool like Markerflow is designed to create. And here's the key thing to get. It's not another video editor. It's a pre-editing tool. It's built to do one thing and do it incredibly well. Let you fly through raw footage and create a structured, color-coded guide to all the good takes.
Yeah, think of it like this. This kind of tool isn't trying to compete with Premiere or Final Cut or Resolve. No way. It's their best friend. It does all the boring, tedious grunt work up front, which frees up your big, powerful editing software to do what it was actually designed for, the fun, creative work of shaping and finishing the story.
Okay, so that all sounds good in theory, but how does it actually work in the real world? Let's walk through the workflow, which is designed to be super simple, super fast, and really, really effective.
The whole process is built around speed. You're not slowly dragging a mouse around. You're using your keyboard, the bracket keys to mark your in and out points, a single number key to pop a color on it, and you can even add a quick note if you need to. And the final output is just one tiny little XML file that pretty much every professional editor on the planet can open. And here's the whole thing, from start to finish. You copy your footage to a drive, but instead of jumping into your NLE, you open the folder in Markerflow. You quickly scrub through everything, marking and color coding as you go. Maybe green is your A-roll, blue is for B-roll, yellow for your best sound bites. Then you export that XML. The editor imports it, and bam! Instantly their timeline is filled not with raw clips, but with pre-selected, color-coded, organized moments. The assembly can start right away. The hunt is over before it even began. So you spend a few minutes doing this work up front. What's the real payoff? Well, it's huge. The benefits just ripple through the entire rest of the post-production process. We're talking clearer communication and much, much faster edits.
Think about it. Onboarding a new editor is basically instant. They aren't guessing what the producer wanted. The colors make the intent totally clear. Collaboration gets way easier because your whole team is speaking the same color language. You waste so much less time because you're not building out these massive timelines just to review footage. And maybe most importantly, handoffs are just smoother. You're not just sending a hard drive full of files anymore. You're sending a meaningful project that already has the creative intent baked right in.
And this right here is the bottom line. You're trading a few minutes of focused, upfront organization for what could be hours, sometimes even days, of painful, mind-numbing searching. That one single tiny XML file completely replaces the browser hunt. I mean, that is a massive return on your time.
So you might be asking yourself, okay, this sounds cool, but is it really for me? Let's take a look at who really stands to gain the most from ditching the browser for good. If you're a freelancer juggling a bunch of different clients, this is an absolute lifesaver for keeping your project straight. If you're a producer sending footage to a remote editor, there is no clearer way to communicate your vision. For small studios, you can turn this into a standard process for super fast, repeatable handoffs. And if you're a creator working on a less powerful machine like a laptop, this lets you organize huge 4K projects without ever choking your system.
You know, the source material puts it perfectly. For so long, we've just kind of accepted that digging through the browser is part of the job. It's this necessary evil we just have to put up with. But what a workflow like this shows us is that maybe it isn't necessary at all.
So, that leaves us with one big question. If you could get back all those hours you currently spend just searching for clips, what would you do with that time? What new stories could you tell? What creative ideas could you finally try out? When you stop searching and actually start editing, the possibilities are pretty much wide open.